Chris with TV Book Sale. We're here with Shawn Porter. What are your thoughts on Saturday's big mega fight between Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia?
You know, Gervonta, I think for a long time we've been seeing just how good he is. You know, he goes from good to great. He goes from great to explosive. He goes from explosive to now, you know, you can say, man, this kid is really special. He's talented. All these things, man, I'm starting to come around to realizing that he may have been a phenom and we never knew about it. You know, there may have been he's always had the it that we've seen for a long time now, and we just never really recognized it. So I just think that he's tremendous. Of course, you have to give Ryan credit not only for getting in the ring, but, you know, for trying to initiate and do what he felt he needed to do to win the fight. Hell of a punch to end the night, and you know, I felt like, you know, it was anticlimactic, you know. But then I thought, well, that's Tank Davis.
Yeah.
You know?
Who should Tank fight next?
I got no answer for that.
You have no answer.
I don't, man. I don't know who. I think because you don't know who he can fight next. Obviously, you know, you go up against Ryan Garcia, one of the best in the world. There's no turning back from that at that point. You know what I mean? And so it's like, okay, who's the next big name that he can fight? You know, so I think it's going to take some time for us all to figure it out. But more importantly, man, I just want that kid to relax, rest, and enjoy the fruits of his labor.
Would you like to see a rematch between Pitbull Cruz and Tank Davis?
No, sir.
No, sir.
I don't. And furthermore, we'll never see that fight again.
Okay.
You know, been there, done that.
And what do you think Ryan should do next? Since he is moving up to 140, who would you like him to fight next?
Yeah, I think, you know, you at this point, you don't even need a soft touch because you've been in the ring with the best. You're supposed to learn from that experience and grow from that experience, you know. I don't know. I thought that we were on the Porterway podcast, my podcast, we talked about Ryan and Regis Prograis fighting. And I said, wow, that's not an easy fight for either guy, especially Ryan Garcia. So I don't know. I think, you know, he needs another big name. Can't go too far down on the list, but he can afford to go a little further down than Tank.
Last question. In the post-conference, Ryan Garcia's management, B-Hop, Joe Goosen, and Oscar De La Hoya did not show up. They left the arena early. What are your thoughts on that and why?
Yeah, you know, the story was they didn't want to take time, or they didn't want to take the moment away from Ryan. And obviously, if they're all up there, it's going to be questions that are going to be, you know, sent to them. And I think, you know, definitely they don't want to answer any questions immediately after that fight, that loss. And also, you know, again, you want to give that fighter all of the opportunities he can have, you know, just after the fight.
Yeah.
That's why Mr. Heyman, you never see Mr. Heyman. He's always wanted to give the fighters all of the spotlight. Well, why are you guys just now wanting to give the fighter all of the spotlight? You know, so, you know, whether or not it's an excuse or whatever the case may be, I do respect the fact that they say, hey, we want this kid to kind of, you know, have his moment. You know?
Okay. Where can they find your podcast at?
Podcast is everywhere. The Porterway Podcast. It's on all the podcasting platforms, and I tell everybody, watch it on YouTube. It ain't just the suits you get to see the entertainment.
Appreciate you. Thank you.